Alright guys, I gotta hurry up and tell you about this gun before dude over there wakes up, right? So this is the Cybergun FN licensed 249 Featherweight. This is all plastic gun pretty much. There's a few metal things here and there like pins and the clips that hold the shroud onto the barrel and things. Other than that, it's mostly plastic. Something a little bit different from the normal 249s are these Picatinny rails on both sides and on the bottom if you wanted to get rid of this bipod and put a foregrip, because this bipod is plastic. Now all the plastic on here is nylon reinforced polymer, so I mean it's not weak by any means. The bipod where it connects is a little bit flimsy, so over extended use, you know, over a long period of time they might break, but it can still serve its purpose. On the back here we have a para stock or paratrooper stock, and this is the foldable one. Pull that out like that. This is plastic as well. Then you also have the shoulder support there. Your grip is plastic. You know, all the rails and things are plastic, and the carry handle is actually metal, except for the piece that you actually hold on to. This is plastic, but the actual rod here is metal. And your sights are also plastic as well, and they do adjust for windage and range. So this does have an adjustable hop up. Just press the two buttons on the back like a normal 249, lift this up, and also lift this fake bullet belt holder on here up. You have your rotary hop up right in there. Now this is a proprietary hop up system for this gun specifically. It does use a standard 340mm M4 inner barrel. That's easily swappable if you want to do that. Moving back to the gearbox, we have a version 2 gearbox, surprisingly, and obviously the motor is going to be in this grip then, so this is a motor grip. This version 2 gearbox is full metal and it has a few upgrades. It does have a ported piston head. The piston itself has a full rack of metal teeth, with the second tooth being shaved down just a little bit. And also the second gear has a little, basically a delayer on it to help with cycling in full auto. So it cycles really well in full auto, which is what this is designed for. So that's cool. And then here's where your battery hooks up. You have a really short wire here. I've seen people fit PEC-type batteries in here. So the little small PEC-type 11 ones or 7.4s or whatever. It does recommend a 7.4. We have a Butterfly 7.4 here, the really flat one. You can get 11 ones that look like this as well, and they do fit pretty well along the side of the gearbox here when you close your top cover there. So it does recommend the 7.4. The gearbox also has a quick change spring system, so if you want to change your spring out with a higher or a lower spring, you can do it right here from the back of the gearbox. You don't even have to take the gearbox out or take the stock off or none of that stuff, so that's pretty cool.
I want to show you guys a couple things on this 249 that we didn't have a chance to go over outside when Chris did the initial review on it. Alright, first I want to show you this little trick here with the hop up. So you can see the hop up right here. That's the hop up wheel. It's a standard wheel. Okay. Now this is your barrel release. Okay. So that's what you push and hold to take your barrel out. You can see that moving. Okay. Like say this is locked in. Okay, it is right now. I'm trying to pull on it. Alright, it won't come out. Let's say I bump that or hit it a little bit where it's loose. Alright. Now watch what happens with this hop up. See what's happening? The whole barrel's turning. And that is your feed port for your BBs to come in through this side where the magazine goes. If that's not lined up, guess what? No BBs are going through your barrel. Alright. The second thing I want to show you is the quick change spring system. Alright, so you're going to take an Allen key, and the one that fits in there is a 6mm. Push it in and then turn it until those grooves, you'll see that groove, I'll show you here in a second, until that groove lines up with the opening on there. Okay, so you pull your spring guide out, and then your spring, a little manipulation here, just bend it down like that. You can pull it right out of the back of the gearbox and then replace your spring if you want. Know how to do that. And then to put it back in, you have to kind of like fish it in there, okay? And then twist it a little bit until it gets into the back of your piston. All right, so you kind of screw it in. There you go, just like that. All right, then you put your back on now. You see this, that's where the 6mm goes, the hex key. So this has to go in like this first, and then you push it in and turn it so it locks. All right, so I put this in the back of the spring, and then the spring's not too hard actually, it's pretty good. You line it up so that those grooves or those things are on the top. Push it in and then start turning it, and you'll feel it lock in. It actually snaps in place. It seats. And you pull your Allen key out of there, or your hex key, and it should be locked in there. All right, you can tell if it's locked in or not. That the back of that spring guide will be flush with the gearbox frame there. All right.
Do have the quick change barrel system that normal 249s have. Show you this button right here. Just press that back, and it releases the entire front end here. If I can get it off, there we go. Then you just pull your hop-up unit and your barrel out, and you can swap these out with whatever you want to do. You just gotta put this back in. You gotta align that hop-up hole where the mag goes here. Slide this back over, just like that. So this gun only comes in at 8 pounds, which is a lot lighter than the regular 249s that are made out of metal. I do have the regular 249 from Cybergun. It's about 15 pounds unloaded. This one's only 8. So almost half the weight, which is awesome. You can just hold this thing with one hand, and it's not going to really put a lot of strain on you if you're playing with it all day. And the FPS on this is supposed to be 380 to 400. So we're going to take it to the Chrono and see what it's shooting, and we're going to get the fire rate with the 7.4 and the 11.1 so you can see which battery you ultimately want to go with. But the gearbox is ready to handle those batteries. It doesn't have a MOSFET. It does have a standard version 2 wiring kit on it, so if you wanted to add a MOSFET you could. It doesn't have one, so you don't have that, that battery shut off, but you can still run LiPos if you want to. So let's take this to the Chrono and see what we got. All right, this is the 11.1. All right, now we have the 7.4. All right, guys, as you saw with that 7.4, you're only getting about 10 rounds a second. And with the 11.1, about 18. That's pretty good for the 11.1. I'd say go for the 11.1 if you can, because that fire rate's really good. It's a little bit low with that 7.4, but the FPS is right at 400, or right around 400, which is awesome for this gun. It's going to be perfect for what you're going to use it for. A little bit high if you really want to run this gun in CQB environments. Might have to change that spring out, but again, it's really easy. Now when you get this gun, it comes with a standard M4 mag. So in the box, it comes with the gun, the stock detached, so it keeps the box a little bit smaller. It comes with the pins to put them in. You just punch the pins in to put the stock on. And it comes with a regular high cap M4 mag. So it does not come with the box mag. It just goes in there just like that. So it kind of looks odd, you know, coming out sideways like that. But if you wanted to, I do have a box mag here. You can buy the box mag. And then you hook this up. Alright, so as you see, it goes in just like the other 249s. This was a little bit finicky to get the actual feeding part in here. I had to kind of slam it in there, but it does work. So if you want to buy one of those and throw it on there, you can, or you can just use whatever M4 mags you got. So this gun is $220 on Evike. I think at the moment this is the cheapest support gun on the market for airsoft. I know it's made out of all plastic, but I think it's really going to hold up. And those upgraded internals on that version 2 gearbox are good as well. So for the money, it's definitely cool. And you know, if you want to get in that support area, it's definitely the way to go to start out, especially being really lightweight.